Tonight on Quinnipiac Live. Being a Quinnipiac alumnus means being a member of an exclusive alumni family that is more than 50,000 strong. We'll share with you some of the personal and professional benefits available to you through career development and career change, mentoring, and upcoming social events. After 31 years as president, John Leahy is enjoying a well-deserved retirement. We'll introduce you to one of the newest members of Bobcat Nation, Quinnipiac's 9th president, Dr. Judy Olian. All that and the ability to join the conversation. Quinnipiac Live starts now. Hello and welcome to Quinnipiac Live. I'm your host, Joel Vanner, and tonight we have an exciting show planned for you, streaming live through Facebook and YouTube. Throughout the show, we invite you to join the conversation. Submit your questions now in the comments section below. Your questions will be answered live on air by our guests, as well as in our Quinnipiac Live chat by our team of Quinnipiac students and alumni. And be sure to like this video to be entered into a drawing for a Bobcat prize pack. Plenty of cool weather gear to sport this winter. One lucky winner will be selected by the end of the show. And I'm joined now by Quinnipiac's 9th president, President Judy Olian. President Olian, thank you for joining me.
Hey Joel, I'm delighted to be here.
So President Olian, let's start with what made you want to come to Quinnipiac.
First of all, congratulations on what I understand is your 18th show here.
Thank you.
And I can see how that Quinnipiac communications training has paid off very, very well. Well, there are lots of reasons that I ended up wanting to come here, and the more time I've spent here, the more correct my decision becomes. First was this remarkable story, almost unparalleled in higher education, of this rocket ship of growth and expansion and coverage and scope of the educational model. I know of no other university that in the last 2 or 3, well, it's been 6 years here, that has added both an engineering and a medical school. And we already get close to 6,000 applications for the medical school for a class of 90, so that's a remarkable trajectory. I believe there are less than 20 universities in the country that have this combination of medicine, law, business, and engineering. And those are core pillars of an educational environment. Of course, we have 8 professional schools and a foundation in the arts and sciences, which is critical. So I viewed this as a trajectory of growth that is virtually unparalleled. I saw this as being a comprehensive place for people not just to be prepared for careers of the 21st century, but to explore careers of the 21st century. Because many people, when they come into college, don't quite know where they want to be, and they're sampling, and then they find the love of their professional life where they're going to focus. So you really need to have not just choices, but outstanding faculty educational opportunities in a breadth of areas. I was also incredibly impressed with the alignment of Quinnipiac with the marketplace. A lot of great universities in this country provide a wonderful education, but they don't necessarily prepare their graduates for careers. And I have found more and more as I spend time here that at Quinnipiac, the closeness of the educational offerings, the courses, the internships, the co-ops, the experiential learning opportunities with the jobs of the future is very closely tied to what employers are wanting, and that's a unique advantage, because as tight as the labor market is today, we have almost record unemployment rate. There are still high percentages of college graduates that are underemployed or unemployed. Well, at Quinnipiac, it's 97.5%, 6 months out, of our graduates are either in grad school or have jobs. That's a unique thirst, a unique passion of the faculty, the administration, of the staff, of making sure that what it is we're offering and teaching is very closely aligned with what employers are needing. Lastly, I hadn't been to Quinnipiac ever, and I came for a visit, a stealth visit. I was one of those people who, wore a hat, and I wanted to do this while I was in the search to see what the campuses were really like. I wanted to kick the tires. I was absolutely blown away with the beauty. Look at this, we're in a chalet-like environment looking over the Long Island Sound with the beauty of the campuses and the tender loving care, the TLC, that's very evident throughout the campus, some very cutting edge facilities. So it's also a physical environment at the foot of a great park that makes this just a beautiful place to be.
Don't forget, join the conversation. Leave your questions in the comment section below so they can be answered live on air by our guests as we move into our first question, President Olian, from John. And John asks us, what are your top priorities in this academic year and beyond?
So the top priorities, John, thanks for being part of this conversation, are first of all, to make sure that the learning environment for our students is as convenient, as cutting edge, with faculty that are supported in bringing new concepts into the classroom. We're planning for some new exciting projects and facilities that our trustees, I hope, will approve soon. We're going to be expanding our recruitment footprint to go into some new areas beyond the Northeast. We're expanding our wellness and counseling services to benefit our students of need, of all our students, to help them really live healthy lives. And we'll be adding a couple of faculty slash capabilities, for example, a multicultural director, to expand our focus on inclusivity, inclusive excellence, diversity on campus. So those are just a few of the snippets. The big activity on campus this year, and we kicked it off actually today, is a strategic planning exercise for the campus that'll set the path for the next 5 years at least. We have 5 task forces, several of them including students, some trustees, faculty, and staff. And I am very excited about the path that we're going to chart over the next few years.
So obviously a lot of positive changes coming to the university community to look forward to. What are you most excited about in your new role as president?
I love being around students. I see them at many occasions. Tomorrow I'll attend 2 lectures, one organized by one of our fraternities and one on the North Haven campus, where I'll listen to an author with many students. I've had students around our home. I've toured the campus with students. I've gone to various student events where they're demonstrating their community engagement in Hampden and New Haven. I've attended the club presentations. This is mind-boggling, frankly, all of the activities you can get involved in, all of the interests of our students, and frankly, the leadership that's being exhibited by our students, not just on this campus, but throughout communities around us. That's exactly what we aspire to be leaders from early on in lifting communities around us, because we're blessed with the talent on this campus of our students, of our faculty, of our staff, and we need to share it, and our students are really doing that. I'm very proud of them.
So switching gears a little bit to alumni, why do you think it's valuable for alumni to stay engaged with the Quinnipiac community?
So I'm going to start with a bit of a facetious answer here. I think I said this to the students when I welcomed them onto campus. And I said, you know, we all think that there are a lot of things that are forever, and sometimes they're not. Sometimes you think you have a best friend forever, and it doesn't quite work. You know, we get married, and we think it's forever, and sometimes it isn't. But Quinnipiac, your alma mater, is truly forever. It will be forever you on your resume, your affiliation, when you apply for a job, when you speak socially to others. It is Quinnipiac, where you graduated from. So we all collectively have a vested interest in making sure that that alma mater, that passion of ours in our alma mater, continues forever. And we have to keep nurturing that. The students who come after you, our alumni, they deserve your mentoring, your support, your engagement in their lives. And you have a lot to give them. Plus, when we talk about graduation, it's actually a bit of a false bill of goods, because we never really fully graduate from learning, and now more so than ever. It is truly a commencement of lifelong learning. And we at Quinnipiac want to be, need to be, and are in many instances your lifelong partner for learning. You can come in for webinars, you can come in for career services, do that online, and of course QU Online provides you with a broad range of learning opportunities at different stages of your career, or when you change careers as that unfolds. So you need to feel that Quinnipiac is your lifetime partner, and I hope that the passion that you feel, the emotional connection, and frankly the value that you get from Quinnipiac for the rest of your life brings you to also support the community of students, the philanthropic goals of the institution.
President Olian, you mentioned webinars, and we'll be hearing from members of our alumni department later in the show about the webinars available to alumni. As we move into a question from Brandon, Brandon asks us, you came from California. How do you like Connecticut, and what do you like to do?
I did come from California. I have to confess, I'm wearing a coat today, and I'm feeling a little bit chilled.
It is
because in California you become a bit sensitive to the weather changes. I actually lived on the East Coast, so it's not as if I never encountered winter. I think I'll find some beauty in it. I love being active outside. I haven't done snowshoeing for a long time. Apparently there's enough snow around here that you can do snowshoeing. I'm a cyclist. I do that outside. I love being active. And I am a cook. So come on over. My husband and I love hosting alumni, donors, friends, students, and those are the activities that round out what is very much a passionate focus on Quinnipiac.
Don't forget, leave your question in the comments section below so they can be answered live on air as we move into another question from Miguel. And Miguel asks, what is Quinnipiac's plan to increase diversity among its student and faculty population?
Miguel, that is a very important priority for me personally and for our entire institution. And diversity, of course, involves a lot of different dimensions: ethnicity and race, gender, ideas, geographic background, age, health status, gender preferences, etc. We're making that one of our key priorities in our recruitment efforts this year. Part of the goal of broadening, diversifying the geographic base of our students is in order to tap into a breadth of backgrounds of individuals. So going to some states like Florida, which have greater ethnic diversity than some of the northeastern states. Obviously, having faculty and staff and recruiters that represent a breadth of backgrounds also attracts individuals into the campus, and students feel very comfortable, if they're diverse, to see people like them among the faculty and staff. So I think our obligation and responsibility is to look creatively at the breadth of sources that we can tap into, have role models, staff and faculty that represent that diversity, and of course provoke and challenge our thinking by bringing a range of speakers and guests to campus that in a civil way challenge our assumptions and lead us to think differently about traditions in our own environment. Because let's face it, we grew up feeling comfortable with what we know, but there's a whole world out there that we all need to become much more familiar with.
So kind of switching gears back to alumni, have you met many alumni and how do you plan to build relationships with them?
So I'm a globetrotter, and I love going around the country and the world and meeting alumni. Of course, next weekend, October 5 and 6, is Alumni Weekend. I hope to see hundreds, if not thousands, coming back to campus, and that will be a wonderful way to meet our alumni. I'm going Wednesday to New York. I'll be attending an alumni event. Whenever the gatherings are appropriate, I will be there, if you invite me, to connect with alumni, because my view is that Quinnipiac is a family that starts with the oldest living alum and ends with the prospect of many years to come to who may become a member of the family. So you're all part of the family, and I absolutely want to connect. And I think that alumni connect not just in networking events. They want to see our faculty, our staff, provide them with something they didn't know, with information, with challenging ideas that they didn't know. And they want to meet other alumni who are leading interesting lives. And I think that's also a glue beyond being a learning partner for life.
So earlier you mentioned that you and your husband love to cook. So Anne asks, have you found any good places to eat throughout the area and around campus?
I've tried a few of the pizza places in New Haven. I have not yet landed on my absolute favorite, and I'm not going to say on air where I've been because I could get into trouble, but I'm told that I have to sample at least 5 of the big names before I converge on the one best place. And yeah, I'm getting around, not as much as I thought I would because we've been pretty busy, but I'm getting around to some restaurants, both here in Hamden and in New Haven, and there's no question that there's a lot of good Italian cooking around here.
Well, if you are interested in connecting with President Olian, you can follow her on Twitter and Instagram at Judy Olian, or you can send her an email at jdolian@qu.edu. Thank you so much for joining me today, President
Thank you,
Olian.
Joel, and there's no doubt that I'm going to see you on the air somewhere.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Stay right there as we are moments away from sharing with you the many benefits of being an alumni of Quinnipiac. As an alumnus, you will always be a part of the Quinnipiac community. Stay informed about alumni events and Quinnipiac news that matters to you. Update your information by visiting alumni.qu.edu. And don't miss your opportunity to win a customized Quinnipiac Alumni Bobcat prize pack. Like this video by the end of the live show, and we'll select one lucky winner live at the end of the show. And come back to Quinnipiac for a weekend you won't want to miss. It's Alumni Weekend, October 5th and 6th. Reconnect with classmates at the tailgate party and pregame pep rally. Take part in the Alumni Golf Championship. Celebrate Bobcat Nation as we welcome President Judy Olian to the Quinnipiac community. Don't miss out. Space is limited, so register today at alumniweekend.qu.edu. Being an alumnus of Quinnipiac means being an exclusive lifelong member of everything Quinnipiac offers. With so many things planned specifically for our alumni, joining me now is John Arcangelo, the Director of Alumni and Parent Relations, and Lucy Diaz, Director of Special Events, to share a variety of ways that you can connect or reconnect with your alma mater. So John and Lucy, thank you so much for joining me this evening.
My pleasure.
Thanks for having us.
Tell us a little bit about, President Olian alluded to Alumni Weekend, October 5th and 6th. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about what events are happening that weekend?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're very excited about Alumni Weekend this year, and I cannot stress this enough. Alumni Weekend 2017 sold out, so register today at alumniweekend.qu.edu. And I'm going to put out a challenge to the class of 2018. The class of 2017 was the most represented class last year, so class of 2018, get out there and register. You don't want to be outdone. And we're kicking off the Alumni Weekend this year with the Alumni Golf Championship. It's going to be at the New Haven Country Club this year. It's going to be a great event. We're going to have an award ceremony. The golf championships are always one of our signature events. There's going to be food and beverage on the course, and we're really excited to kick off Alumni Weekend with golf.
So besides a golf tournament, what other events are happening that weekend?
Yeah, so Friday after the golf tournament, we have some reunion celebrations. So the 10th, 25th, and 50th dinner, they'll be gathering together at different places around campus to celebrate their milestone reunions, which is really exciting. And then on Saturday, we have a wide range of events available on Saturday, but really the two signature events on Saturday is we're going to have the tailgate in the Bobcat lot, which is the parking lot right in front of the People's United Center ahead of the men's ice hockey game. And then we will have the pregame pep rally up here in Rocky Top. And that will be food from local restaurants that alumni would love and sort of miss, food that they loved while they were students here on campus. So Eli's, Side Street, Wentworth will be serving food that day here. It'll also feature our bottomless cups, which John will model for you.
For wine,
Wow.
for beer,
Yes.
and you can only get this exclusive Quinnipiac beanie at the pregame pep rally.
I like that. I like that beanie.
We have one for you.
So we have a question. Don't forget, leave your questions in the comments section below. Yvette asks us, is Alumni Weekend family friendly?
It is indeed. There's lots of events throughout the weekend that are family friendly. Specifically, the Alumni Picnic, which is happening on Saturday afternoon at the tent at Alumni Gardens. That includes, if you register in advance, it's $10, all you can eat, all you can drink. Kids are free to that, and there will be some kids entertainment, some moon bouncers and face painting, that sort of thing.
So maybe you touched on it before, but just to clarify, how can alumni sign up for Alumni Weekend?
So they should go to alumniweekend.qu.edu. So the great thing about that website, it lists the full schedule of events. You can also look to see who is already registered to come, so you can see if your roommates or an old friend you haven't seen in a long time is coming, and you can register right there as well.
And what's your favorite part of Alumni Weekend?
I think my favorite part is just watching and sort of observing alumni coming back to really celebrate in real time their relationship with the friends that they made here and with the institution at large.
John, do you share the same enjoyment of Alumni Weekend for the reconnection?
Yes, absolutely. This place, we're both alumni, so this place means a lot to us, and just being back on campus and seeing everybody connect, and I mean, it's a beautiful campus, absolutely. So just being here, it's a great feeling.
It's a celebration of community.
So Alumni Weekend, October 5th and 6th. Let's move out of Alumni Weekend, and what other events do you have planned right now?
So Rocktopia coming up on the following weekend, October 13th, Saturday at the Oakdale Theater. It's our signature event of Parents and Family Weekend. And for those of you that don't know what Rocktopia is, it is a unique fusion of classic rock and classical music. We'll be featuring the Hartford Symphony Orchestra as part of the performance. And you're going to hear songs from your favorite bands like Journey and Styx and Queen in ways you've never heard them before. So it's really a multi-generational experience to bring your family, and we're very pleased to bring it back for the second year as part of Parents and Family Weekend.
Do we have any other events planned right now?
Yeah, we have a bunch of regional events that we will host throughout the fall. We have a Mindfulness at Work series that my colleague Christina Galligan has planned, and so that will be held in Boston, New York, and in Connecticut here in the spring. And beyond that, something that we're really, really excited to launch, which is new this year, is alumni travel. So we're inviting alumni of all ages to sort of travel the world with Quinnipiac. We've got trips planned to Cuba, Croatia, the Mediterranean, and Dubai.
Wow, sounds great.
Yeah.
Lucy and John, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank
you.
you.
And I'm going to get one of those beanies, right?
Absolutely.
Thank you. You heard John talk about it. Rocktopia is back. Hot off their Broadway debut, Rocktopia will once again be a main feature of Parents and Family Weekend for all members of the Quinnipiac community. Rocktopia is an engaging fusion of classic rock with classical music that appeals to audiences of all ages. This exclusive engagement takes place Saturday, October 13th at 8 p.m. only minutes from all 3 of Quinnipiac's campuses at the Oakdale Theater. Purchase your tickets today at qu.universitytickets.com. Don't miss your chance to experience this unique, multi-generational show that you will remember for a lifetime. And don't miss your opportunity to win that customized Alumni Bobcat prize pack. Like this video by the end of the live show, and we'll select one lucky winner live at the end of the show. At Quinnipiac, you are a Bobcat for life, and our commitment to you continues long after graduation. Joining me now is Christina Galligan, Alumni Career Development Officer, to share ways Quinnipiac is committed to helping our alumni in their careers after Quinnipiac. Christina, thank you so much for joining me tonight.
Thanks for having me, Joel.
So Christina, you heard earlier in the show President Judy talk about how important it is for alumni to remain connected to Quinnipiac. What types of opportunities are we providing for alum for learning and professional development over the course of their careers?
Yes, so we launched the Alumni Career Development Department last July, and we now have a full suite of services for our alumni, no matter what career stage they're in. So some of our programs include a webinar series, as you heard Judy mention. We also have professional development modules that were repurposed for us by QU Online. We have one-on-one advisement, and we have a new mentorship platform called Bobcat Connect.
So how is Bobcat Connect different than maybe a LinkedIn that people have?
Yeah, that's a great question. So it is different from other social media in that its primary purpose is for mentorship connections. So it's an awesome way for our alumni to offer career advice to other alums, get career advice themselves, and they can also stay connected to the Quinnipiac community by signing up for volunteer opportunities that will connect them back to students. Some other ways that it would be different is that everyone in this platform is bought in. They're signing up, they're saying, yes, I have expertise and I'm willing to talk with other alumni, so you're not going to encounter some of the traditional challenges like having a request go unanswered. Everyone in the platform is already connected, so those barriers are removed.
What type of services do you offer for alumni who are maybe looking for a career change?
So that would actually be the most frequent request I get is, Christina, I'm considering a career change. What can you do to assist me? And I would say that everyone's situation is really personal. I'm always inspired by the different career stories that our alumni have. I would recommend that alumni contact me for a one-on-one advisement session so that we can talk about what's going on, what type of career that they're career transition they're looking to make, and we can do some exploring together.
How can we reach you if an alumni would like to take advantage of the services you offer?
So the best bet is to check out the Career Services program on our website, alumni.qu.edu. They can read more about the services that we talked about today, and they could also contact me for a career consultation.
And earlier, President Julian talked on the webinars, and we promised our viewers we would expand more on that. Tell us a little bit about the global community that our webinar series offers.
Sure. So the webinar series is actually my favorite part of our programming because it allows us to connect with our global community of alumni. We have had alumni sign on from Japan, from California, from Norway, so we really are making sure that no matter where you live, you are able to connect with Quinnipiac and get the career help that you need.
And you mentioned the professional development modules from Quinnipiac Online. Just tell us a little bit more about that program.
Yes, so as you may know, Quinnipiac Online has a division where it has corporate clients. So what they did is they took some of their best training and professional development materials and they repurposed them for us. So they made them into short, condensed, self-directed modules that alumni can access at any time. And I would say those are mostly for our career advancers, those that are entering a new managerial position or learning how to coach a team.
What upcoming alumni career development events can we look forward to?
Sure. So our next webinar is going to be October 10th, and it's about taking the first step in career change, which is figuring out your next move. And we also have a really exciting series that my colleague Lucy may have mentioned earlier about mindfulness at work. So what we're finding is that career touches all areas of your life, and it can be really stressful, especially if you're making a career change. So we're just exploring, what are the ways that you can deal with that career stress and, just lead a happier, more balanced life.
Well, Christina, thank you so much for joining me this evening. Get connected with Bobcat Connect, the new online network designed exclusively for Quinnipiac alumni to seek career guidance and creative pathways to professional success. Sign up today at bobcatconnect.qu.edu. Take advantage of connecting with Quinnipiac alumni in your location and industry. Network with other professionals, offer and receive career advice, join career discussions, and so much more. It's Bobcat Connect. Join today. And before we leave you, we have drawn a name from all the likes on the video, and our lucky winner of the Bobcat prize pack is Stephanie Griffin from the class of 2013. Stephanie, congratulations. Well, that's all the time we have for our show this evening. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you on one of our campuses soon.